How's it going, everybody? My name is Ben from the Ben and Bev channel. Today we're going to be talking about The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Episode 3, Power Broker. So this week's episode starts off WandaVision style with an ad for the Global Repatriation Council, and it discusses the ways that they are going out of their way to make those that came back from the blip feel more at home. We are immediately cut to a scene of a SWAT truck for the GPC pulling up, and our new Captain America stepping out and harassing a bunch of people in Munich that have been kind of supporting the flag smashers, and he's trying to figure out more information. You see him break a little bit as the guy spits in his face and tells him he's not scared of him, and then we cut to our Marvel logo. At this point we get a funny scene of Bucky going to see Zemo, and then it cuts over to him and Falcon walking through a garage as he's explaining how they would go about breaking out Zemo theoretically, and then they show us kind of almost Ocean's 11 is kind of what it reminded me of, how Bucky slips something to an inmate, causing a mass riot to break out, which led to Zemo being able to escape. At this point we realize that Zemo has in fact already escaped, and he meets the group in here. It was a cheesy set of dialogue. I've definitely seen it done before, and I've definitely seen it done better, but it was a pretty funny gag, especially setting up the weird buddy cop but previously villain relationship that Zemo and the guys appear to have. A big bulk of the episode after this is Falcon, Zemo, and Bucky in Madripoor, which is a city full of assassins and lawlessness run by a guy named the Power Broker, who in this episode we find out has been at least looking into the Super Soldier Serum. They give us a little more details on what he is involved with it, but you don't actually see the guy, you don't meet him, you just see his name spray painted everywhere, and you kind of feel the, I don't know if it's just like there's like a ghost in the room type of situation. Like you can feel his presence everywhere when they're in Madripoor, and you can even feel his presence later on in the episode. There's just something about the Power Broker draws serious intrigue and maybe a little bit of fear from all the characters. So Madripoor was a cool lawless place. We got a really nice fight scene with Bucky kind of showing off that he is still the Winter Soldier, even though he's really not. He's faking for Zemo for everyone to think that he is still the puppet warrior that he used to be. They're not doing a good job of keeping a low profile though, because they did show a cell phone taking a picture. I have a feeling that's going to come back and bite him in the butt later, because he was definitely breaking rule number 3 of his therapy at the least. I get almost like Grief Karga Mandalorian, or maybe even like the underground criminal John Wick vibes from the nightclub that they go to. I'm going blank on the character's name that they're there to see. She's pretty disposable as she gets her chest blown out by Sharon, who, by the way, is back, and apparently she is badass and not completely a good guy anymore. Whether that's from the amount of people she just slaughters in this episode alone, or from the fact that she has a gallery of real paintings that were stolen from art museums during the blip. They go find this doctor, and I mean, you just are waiting for Zemo to put a bullet in the guy's chest, the guy that's been doing the Super Soldier Serum, and he does. He puts the bullet right in his chest, and everyone's all mad, and all of the assassins from Madripoor at this point are storming the freight container, and they're pretty much doomed until Zemo jumps up on top of that container, puts on his mask, and shoots a gas pipe, killing who knows how many people. At this point, he just starts shooting people mercilessly. They're even running. The one dude, he like shoves the guy away and shoots. And after the crazy fight sequence on the shipping containers, we see Sharon clearly gets in a vehicle with someone and says, "We have a problem." And I don't know if she's working for another government agency or if she might be even working for the Power Broker, but she is clearly going to be popping up later. And this whole episode, there's been these brief scenes interlacing showing Morgan and the rest of the Flag Smashers, trying to give them a more redemptive Robin Hood underdog story arc, fighting the big bad GRC, who isn't really repatriating anything besides just causing more issues. And they did a good job of that, only at the end of the episode for her to burn a bunch of innocent people alive and show you that she is also losing control of her power and is not as good as she thinks. From there we get a scene of our 3 guys, Bucky, Zemo, and Falcon, all going to, it looked like they're going to get a cup of coffee or something. I don't know what they were doing, but Zemo's kind of roasting them for never going to the Sokovian Memorial to at least pay their respects for the area that they destroyed while also saved. And at this point, Bucky breaks away and says, "I'll be right back, I need to walk." And, they're worried, like, "Oh, are you good?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm fine." And they go inside, and here he goes, and he noticed some kimono beads and that the Wakandans were indeed coming for Zemo. And that's how the episode ends. And I knew that we were going to have to see the Wakandans if we freed Zemo. He did kill King T'Chaka, so I'm just glad to see them make their appearance in the show. So this week's episode was past my expectations and did a great job of setting up future conflict for further episodes, whether that be with the Power Breaker or the Flag Smashers. There's going to be some type of obstacle to overcome. Even with the revelation of the Wakandans showing up at the end of the episode, we just know that once again Bucky and Falcon have created a bunch of international turmoil that's going to take some time to be dealt with. And I have no idea where John Walker is going to be playing in next week's episode or when exactly he's going to be coming into the limelight again. What did you think about this week's episode of Falcon and the Winter Soldier? Let us know in the comments below or leave us a like if you're so inclined. See you guys next time. Ben and Bev, out.